say, gone for the big dive. Hamilton dives out of the way.
But no, Ice is going to do it. He comes across the line to take P1 on his debut. What an amazing race. It's the battle of the late breakers, and a late risk gets it.
Oh, lovely move from Scotty.
Look, here we go, then around the outside. Oh, what a move by Eno. That is not a place to overtake.
Buddy War's not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Peg Dorniak and Charlie going at it around P1. Front to the last corner, who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.
Hello and welcome back to 7th Gear Racing for Tier 2. This is round 9 of Season 10. Tonight we hit the streets of Jeddah for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Track was good. We've had some good races since it's been on the calendar a couple of seasons ago. 4 DRS zones, no shortage of overtaking opportunities around here. Be hoping for another good race tonight in what is still a very wide open championship. But before we get to the action, I'm joined by Benster. They forgot who you were then.
Yep. Sounds good. Race looks good. Very excited. If you can run my name for the rest of the commentary, I think we'll be in for a good one.
Yeah, we'll go through what is happening in the standings. Fusion Gamer leading, but he is serving a quali ban tonight for an incident last week at Canada. So he'll be starting from the back, championship leader. Vaughan is just behind by 5 points, 104. And then Paloma, 94. Finley, 87. They are the 4 contenders, but there could be a couple that might creep into it depending on tonight. We shall see. Any drivers you've got your eye on tonight who may take a stamp on the title charge that's wide open at the minute?
Usually I'd say someone like Icy, but he's dipped into his pot of gold and bought a new wheel, so God knows how he's going to go tonight.
Oh, there we go.
Apart from that,
First lap of the night
Joe.
was Hamilton. He just already binned it. Yeah, you say Icy on
Yeah.
a new wheel.
Yeah, I was going to say Hamilton, but doesn't usually go too well for him, despite how fast he is.
Yeah, that's just seen, but he did put it on pole last time around here. But that was a sprint race last time we visited Saudi Arabia. So that was a one-shot quali, but tonight we'll see who is going to be the quickest round here. As Paloma is going to be the first one. So she is one of the contenders. She is 15 points behind the leader Fusion. And always one to watch.
That's who we should be rooting for without our commentary bias.
Yeah, she had was looking at quite a good week for her last week, but AI incidents under the safety car put her back through the field and then ended up DNFing. So 0 points for Paloma last week, but still within a chance. She is fast at the minute, 29.0. Dolphin Vaughan now P2, Bio and Joel setting laps there. Dylan goes P5 at 30.0. Next is a Red Bull. We'll talk about the constructors. I think Mercedes are, well, combined at least, Mercedes are in the lead. 399. Lead at the minute. To Red Bull, 294. And Alfa Romeo third place, 263. But in the tier 2 standings, it is Mercedes leading all 3 tiers. They are 162 in tier 2, but only they're closely followed by Red Bull, 155, and Alpine also not too far behind. So you see Winnets go P7, Wisedog in the Haas. Here comes Zeke. He is now starting a lap. Very good qualifying for him last week in his proper tier 2 debut. He put it P2 or 3, I can't quite remember, around Canada. As we await Icy, we'll go on board. We'll do an on board with Icy when he comes out, see how he gets on with his new wheel.
You'll love that. Well, he was doing some practice before the race, and he was quite far off, but then he realised that all of his practice had been done with a realistic Williams instead of the eco-performance one, so well done, Icy.
We've all done it. We've all been there. So Fresh reckoned Polo will be on pole, Zeke second. He did predict Fusion, but he's got a quali ban.
I mean,
Board
that's
with
it,
Zeke,
Polo
actually.
pole.
Shall see what the Aston Martin could do. He's looking for a full-time seat. He's another chance tonight in the Aston, replacing Scotty.
Then he goes P2.
Last week's winner got himself in the title fight. That's 30.2 for Zeke. And Kunich making his return, first race since last season, in the Alpha Tauri tonight, replacing Lenny because he's off for wheel repairs once again. So Kunich now starting his lap. I think the next one is going to be... Ooh, Icy is out, so we'll keep an eye on where is he. Well, he's actually the next one to start a lap, so we'll come back to him in a second. Mr. Worldwide, he's making his debut tonight in the McLaren. He is about to start a lap as well. 305 himself. Where's Icy? Let's go on board. Let's do an on board with someone here, and it's going to be Icy, as Hamilton has been to exactly the same place as he did on this first lap, and this time he hasn't got away with it, and we'll start at the back alongside Fusion.
That was a lot of lock from Icy there for the first 2 corners. He's sending us.
But he was on the wheel before, wasn't he?
Yes, he was, yeah.
Yeah, look at the understeer he's getting.
Yeah. I think he's turning too much, I believe.
Yeah, maybe he hasn't adjusted his force feedback settings to optimum. The Red Bull
Still looks
will get out of the
pretty
way.
quick,
He's going to get a little toe, perhaps.
I think you remember that part of the track from Tuesday, don't you, Jake?
Yeah. See the outcome of that. I'd rather not talk about it. So the 27th and final corner for Icy then. Doesn't look like it's going to be a competitive one. As Poe goes P2 as we get the leaderboard back up. And it's going to be P11 for Icy on his first official lap on his new wheel, and that is Knich going round on his second lap. I think he invalidated his first one. Fingers has also invalidated his lap. Paloma starting another one. Joel, is he starting another one? Gears. Bit of track limits, also another one to watch tonight. There wasn't too many on Tuesday, but here to probably more prone to the mistake of cutting the corners and going wide.
Yep, very easily done through the first sector mainly. Run a bit wide or cut a bit of the corner, easily done.
Yeah, Tread Titan last minute call, he's currently P15. Who's it? Aston Martin now come around the corner. It is Bio, he's invalidated, but he's had some good form on this track in a couple of occasions. Mr. Worldwide, he's currently P8 on his first lap. Come across the line, it's actually going to be Paloma, so we're back on board with her. And she is a 10th up on her previous best, and she's currently 3/10 clear of Poe, so she'll land down the marker tonight.
Looked good.
Is 28.8, which is now 5/10 clear of Poe. 4.5. I'll see a few ones to look out for probably tonight. Dolphin Winnets. Finley can go up there, Vaughan. They'll start their second run now.
Yep. Dolphin doesn't get lightly tapped into turn 1. He's probably on for a good one.
Yeah, Vaughan goes P2. He closes the gap to Paloma. 29.0 for him. And that is, who's that in there? It is Audio Face with no wing going into the pits. Let's roll on board with Dolphin and the other Williams driver. It's currently P5, 29.5.
So
could be, well, depending on his final corner. Set to 3 is not too difficult. How much is the gain? There you go, 28.8. Just pips Paloma, goes provisional pole. As I said, one to watch, and he sticks it on provisional pole for now.
gotta be careful though. His nickname is Dolph Spin, so watch out for him in the race.
Yeah, as he showcased in Canada last week on his debut. Dylan went up to P7 there after his good result last week at Canada. P3 for him. Just over 4 minutes left. I think Stingers is the next one. He is in the other Alfa Romeo. One of 3 drivers not to set a time yet. So it doesn't look like it's going to be that competitive. It's going to be in the just in the 29. That's P10. Not too bad.
That's
Lucky
about
it's going
where
to be in the
Stinger
30s.
seems to be. Yeah. He's somewhere around 10th most weeks.
Oh, and Audio Face invalidates once again, so he's going to have one lap left, and it's going to be a pressure one. Carl Finley's invalidated. Always on the outlap. Here goes Bayer then in the Aston Martin. Coming to the last corner now. So close to the wall. Is he going to improve his P8 at the minute? It's looking good. Wow, there we go. Told you. Told you he's got some form around this track. 28.5 for Bayer. Goes 2 clenched to Dolphin. I didn't expect him to put it on pole.
No. It's quite the
Nearly
margin
3
he's got
tenths.
there.
Yeah.
That will be his last run though, so it's all on the people behind him to try and jump him.
The track getting faster. Just over 2 minutes left, so just enough time for some cars to get in and out. Like Stinger's just gone in there. He's quick, he can get another lap in. He's now starting his final lap. He's also got no time. Audio Face out again. But it is the Red Bull of Vaughan that he's starting a lap. So is Winnets. There we go, Wise Dog next one. And he does improve, but stays P15 for the Haas driver there. Kinch is going to set a lap. He's got to get time on the board, and he is going to be P14 on his return. Okay, Ferrari next. Dread Titan starting a lap. Audio Face starting a lap, and there's a car behind him. It's Alfa Romeo, is he? Paloma potentially getting impeded there, but she's going to get a bit of a tow as well. She does improve, but not enough to get pole. Maybe Audio Face could have got out of the way earlier.
Strong lap though. P2 at the minute. Solid.
Yep, she's got to be up there. Alpine next, is that Dylan? Starting a lap. The Red Bulls were on our out lap. Here comes Vaughan. Can he get provisional pole? It's P2, 28.6. Can anyone topple a bio as Winnets goes P5? Good qualifying from the Red Bulls. 2 and 5. Mr. Worldwide next, he's down in his time as checker flag is now out. Mr. Worldwide is going to improve, but only to P11. Image on an in lap. Dog also on an in lap. So it's going to be Audio Face next. He's managed to get a lap in, unless he somehow invalidates the last corner. Do. It's going to be P13, not too bad considering it was a pressure lap. Ferrari next, Pobo's at P5, goes ahead of Winnets. IC has invalidated, so he's going to be P7 at best. What about Dolphin behind his teammate? He is 2 tenths up. Could he get back on provisional pole? No. This is out. Did he set another lap? He does. He goes P7 to Mercedes. Joel goes P8 and Finley P3 there. And I believe that is the end of the qualifying.
Yep, looks to be. Winners is nothing left.
Yeah, so no real surprises really. Maybe Bion Pole being the only surprise.
Yeah.
He has, I think it's the second pole in 7G. I think his last one was actually around here as well. Oh, he's actually had 2 poles before, so. I think one was around here, and then I can't remember where the other one was. Yes, he has had pole, as I've just said. 2 poles for Bio, or 3 poles for Bio now. But yep, that's what Aston Martin needed there. They're quite far down the table. We'll give them a little boost. Okay then, do you want to do the honours or run down the grid for us?
Oh yes. Bio on pole, great lap, slightly unexpected. Dolphin P2 just misses out 200ths. Finley third, Orn fourth, Paloma fifth, Poe sixth, Winnett seventh, Joel eighth, ninth is Dylan, and 10th is Icy on his fresh wheel. And the rest of the grid is Zeke, Mr. Worldwide, Stingers, All Over Your Face, Cuninch, Toe, Wise Dog, Dread Titan, Hamilton Crashed, and Fusion Gamer with the quali ban.
Lovely jubbly. Zeke said he couldn't get a good lap in. Yeah, it was really close between top 5. Yeah, especially the top 4 all separated by just under a tenth, and then Paloma a tenth and a half to the leader, or just under. But then there was quite a big gap to P6, so maybe the front 5 looking good for the race. Could be a good battle. But in recent weeks, the tier 2 has been quite messy to say the least, so hopefully they clean it up tonight. Hence, there's a couple of race bans tonight and quali ban.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen a race around here without carnage, so it doesn't bode well for it, but maybe if they can just keep their heads a little bit more, and obviously there is a couple of them that have bans that should help out a bit.
Yeah, I just need to calm down a little bit. Yeah, I think they get a bit excited when they see a little gap opening.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth just sitting back for a second, thinking when would be the best place to go for a move. Maybe not right before the DRS zone, for example, but you know.
Well, I mean, there's 4 DRS zones tonight, so there shouldn't be too many dive bombs, but we shall see. Also, turn 1 and 2 is quite tight, so I'll probably expect a bit of contact there, but other than that, it should be an entertaining race. Lots of overtaking, especially down the last straight. Is there going to be any DRS games, like backing off so you get the DRS for the pit straight? Or will they just constantly swap positions?
I think there'll be a lot of swapping. If the top 5 are as close as they were in quali in the race, then I'm expecting to see a multi-car battle to the end. Well, I hope. But yeah, if there's one thing this track can do, it's produce a good battle. You know, whether that's real life or in the game. So should be looking at quite a good one.
probably my favourite track to race and to watch, to be fair.
I'd have to disagree on the racing part, but I do enjoy watching it.
Fresh goes safety car. Lap 1, turn 6, he says.
Quite a good guess, that.
On Tuesday,
We got one
VSC, didn't we?
TL1.
Yeah, VSC on turn, or before the turn 1, after some shenanigans. I think Turner ran into the back of Matt, and then it just caused a chain reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. All I know is I heard a lot of contact, but I drove away from that as quickly as possible.
So drivers should ready up now. Well, they can if they want to. It is now 9 o'clock and we are ready to go. No formation lap. Straight into the action. Yeah, good luck, Zeke.
Yes, good luck everyone. Have a great race.
Looking forward to turn 1 car. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Right, here we go, and for round 9 before the week break, and it's lights out and away we go. The lights wasn't there for long. It's a good start from Finley in P3, and there's carnage already. Hamilton's already binned it. I think he lost it on himself.
That was quick.
There we go. VSC as it was on Tuesday night as well, and there's a bit of contact in the back there. Maybe
We
not
almost got
expecting
away with
the
that as
VSC.
well. Should have got a bit of a half spin coming out of turn 2 with a bit of contact, but that VSC very much saved her there.
Yeah, Winnets and Dolphin had poor starts. Finley had a rocket start. He probably may have got by if it wasn't for that VSC early on.
Dolphin with a terrible start, second and a fourth. Not what he wanted.
Yeah, he just completely bogged down. He did. Oh, and he's got damage as well on the right end plate, so he'll be pitting as well.
Oh yes. There'll be a lot of swearing going on in whoever's party he's in. A word I cannot use.
I have to watch it again. I think Hamilton just got too giddy on the throttle at the start and just straight into the wall.
Is that the fastest DNF, do you think?
It's got to be one of.
What's the strategy saying? Medium to hard, anywhere between lap 11 and lap 14. And if you're very silly, medium hard, which I would not recommend for anyone listening.
We're back underway, just looking at the tyres. It's quite a mix, but I'm quite surprised how many are on the mediums. So there we go, Dolphin into the pits for that wing change. So Paloma, Winnets and Icy currently in the top 10 on the hards, everyone else on the mediums. So it'll be interesting to see. A few gamers already made up a few places from the back of the grid. So we go Oya, Face, Dolphin and Dread Tide all in the pits on lap 1. So for Paloma here in P4, all about keeping in that DRS train on the hards against the medium runners. Same with Winnets, same with Icy. Poe is on the attack. He wants to get past here. And it's the first time I've seen Poe with more than 80% ERS. Yeah, the ERS management is probably key around here because obviously with DRS, just drag you along, you can save it quite well. As it will be activated next lap.
Oh, and Paloma using quite a bit of battery already.
Yeah, I think it's Poe trying to drain Paloma's battery. Joel Dillon on the back of his train, top 7. Winnets has fallen off a little bit on them hard tyres. Stingers P9 and Icy still in the top 10. Actually, here comes Stingers on Winnets. Winnets backs out very early there, he just didn't want to fight that at all.
Good choice, I think.
Stingers now on to P8. So DRS gonna... I think it's a DRS zone here because it was in the last game.
Even though I believe there was never one there.
Was there one in real life? I can't remember.
I think it was supposed to be then and then moved it to this next straight. But obviously the game just doesn't update.
Yeah. Right then, first real chance for an overtake here with the DRS. Finley closing in on Bio, but it's going to be the next one. Closing quite a lot there on that short DRS straight, so looking like Finley will take the lead here. But yeah, he's turned it off, turned the DRS off to get the next one to stay behind.
Oh.
As he did think about going for the move, he's maybe scared, spooked by it a bit, and he's going to sail past with the DRS and Finley.
Oh,
A little bit of contact.
bit of contact.
Take lead, and Vaughan putting the pressure on Bio now as well. He goes down the inside, and Bio losing 2 places potentially on one straight. Bio going to give Vaughan the squeeze, but Vaughan with a better traction out, and Bio, there we go, lose 2 places. That will come back next lap. Paloma there, and Stingers 3.5 seconds off the front train.
Stingers, sorry, Paloma right up behind Bio now as well.
I wonder if Bio's got more of a quali setup than a race. Everyone else running a bit lower wings perhaps. But everyone did have the DRS against him that lap, so we'll see if he comes back. But yeah, so just a game of chess at the minute. Who's going to deploy the most DRS? Well, obviously Paloma at this stage is probably the favourite, being on the alternative strategy.
Yeah, a little mistake at the back from all over your face as well. All of his wingers scattered about the track.
Oh dear, all Stingers. Found a gap somehow. Got past, repassed Zeke. And now it's going to be vulnerable. Zeke, no battery left already, so got the DRS on Stingers, but there we go, can't close because he's just got no battery. And he's behind,
Here comes
Red
Icy
Bull and
as well.
Icy. But there we go, smartly. Doesn't risk
Thinks
anything
better
at this
of it.
stage. Yeah.
Yeah, on his new pedals, not worth the accident.
Stingers further behind with that little battle with Zeke. Zeke's going to come under a lot of pressure now with that no ERS. When it's, look at that, 100%, I haven't touched his ERS. Oh, and Oya Face has retired now. There's a safety car. Nope, just a VSC. And that's a lucky break for the hard runners, I would say.
Yeah. Odds easily will go at the end from here, so just as well.
Oh,
Is that a mistake?
Yeah,
for
something's
Mr.
happened to
Worldwide?
Mr. Worldwide's gone off. And got damage as well. Not the ideal debut for him.
No, I believe that was under the VSC as well. So, hoping that there was no contact there, but that corner is easy. Make a mistake on. But you wouldn't expect it under a VSC.
No, so is anyone going to take the early gam with the VSC?
But we faked it.
Yeah.
It's probably worth the gamble, to be honest. I think if you're nearer the back.
Good evening, Aidan. This Red Bull team as a few game up to P11. We've made a little mistake. We might give Icy an opportunity. They hold on. Zeke, first one to get a time penalty. Yeah, as early as quite surprising how many are on the mediums.
Yeah. I was looking very interested in Finley as well, so actually that was just a small couple of mistakes on that lap. He's clearly got some good pace.
Yeah, it's just all about Northern I fear the helicopter. Pete's favourite. Oh, goes a bit wide there.
That
Probably
was a
picked
bit
up
wide, yeah.
a warning air, and here comes Paloma closing in. But I'm sure Shu will not go for any moves just yet.
Whoa, big slide from Paloma there. Well caught.
Winners just made a mistake or lost the position to Fusion Gamers. A change of lead here as Vaughan gets overtaken by Finley into turn 1. Finley going for 2 wins in a row. That will certainly get himself in the title fight. Vaughan doing well. Paloma is also up there. Fusion Gamer is on the alternate strategy, so he is definitely one to watch. He can for sure get top 5, but that gap is getting bigger. Stinger's train.
The Stinger's train going strong.
It's probably the Zeke train as well. So these two are battling out and Fusion Gamer. Waiting patiently with 90% ERS, just waiting for a little opportunity. A few cars detached at the back, like sort of Wise on 6 seconds behind with Toe, which is Dolphin, Worldwide and Dread picking early on. Back at the front, Vaughan is all over the back of the Mercedes.
And Poe gets a penalty.
Right, we'll use off here, on that road. Anyway,
Here comes Dylan on Joel, very close into the last corner, lining up a move.
right, here we go, there's a change, a lead coming again. Vaughan's going to go for it, he's burning that ERS. Finley going to defend the insides and move in the background as well. The Alpine of Dylan trying to get past Joel again, but he backs out. And no changes there in the top 7. But Fusion Gamer
Fusion.
overtakes Zeke and Stingers in that lap. And now he's got some clear air to catch the top 7 here. Let's see if he can get away, because I'm sure Zeke's got no battery left to attack, so might work in his favour.
Fusion just topped the wall a little bit there, though. That won't help him.
Poe getting very close again to the back of Paloma. So 7.5 seconds is the gap to the next train for Fusion.
Vaughan is
Sure.
very close to Finley here. Will he play the game?
Yeah, he's turned it off. He's turned his DRS off. Oh, Bio breaks a little bit late, just avoids making contact with Vaughan. Right, here comes Vaughan in. So, go for the lead once again. Finley going to defend the inside, but his battery is starting to get a bit low. Around the outside goes Vaughan, but it's got the inside line for turn 2. Side by side they go, but Vaughan is going to merge ahead. No, he's still going at it. But Finley goes ahead momentarily, and Vaughan goes for the switch back. They're not going side by side through the sector, are they? Vaughan sneaks through on the outside. Lovely racing between those two. He makes a big mistake. Vaughan catches it.
Overtake and save of the season right there.
Yeah, that was a nice bit of racing between them two. And that's also encouraged by who's just been sitting behind watching this battle. He's got 100% battery left to burn. As he waits for an opportunity. Fusion Gamer still got 9%. Maybe he should start using a little bit just to try and get himself closer to the pack. And here comes Icy down the inside of Stingers for P9 as he slowly starting to make some progress. And he's also on the alternative strategy. Winnets has gone a bit backwards there. It's P11 after starting P6. Oh, missed a action at the front. Finley now back ahead of Vaughan. Oh, and Zeke, is he gone? Oh, he's in the pits.
Pitters, yeah.
So goes the undercut. So that battery low. Oh, little overtake at the back here. Wise Dog and Toe having a little battle for P13. So Dolphin closing in on those two as well. So Zeke comes up P16 just behind Dolphin.
Yeah, seen some early stops just like the Div 1 race, so maybe those mediums are hanging on as well as people thought they would at the start.
Yeah,
Boom, makes another huge mistake.
Oh, Dylan.
Dylan. I think he's escaped damage somehow there. Yeah, he looks alright.
Not sure what happened. I just went on board and he's on the wall. Don't know if there was contact. Didn't see it.
I think he just made a little mistake. Similar one to Paloma, but I think his was slightly bigger.
So the question is who is going to blink first and then in his top 5. No one this lap. Yeah, so that's
Paloma
Stingers
line
going
number
on.
move.
No, Stingers
No.
is getting overtaken.
Was that not a change for the lead this lap?
I don't think so.
Oh wow. I don't think so.
It was close. There's a yellow flag. That is nobody apparently.
Red time, maybe?
Yep, so Stingers is in the pit then.
Ooh, bio penalty.
That could be key at the end. Paloma using quite a lot of battery compared to everyone else, but she is on the hard tyre. Gonna be a bit disappointed after being detached now from that train. Is a bit of a stalemate between the top 7, or top 6, as it was. But the Fusion Game is definitely closing in with a bit of clean air now. Here we go, Vaughan. Right on the rear. He's got to go for it this time. He can't play games here. And he gets out of the way. And Finley will have the DRS. But is Vaughan going to go for the pits? No. Oh, yes, he is.
Oh,
And
both
Finley
are.
is going to follow him in. Ooh, bit of ghosting going on.
Yeah.
Lucky for Finley. So it's a race to the pit stops now between them two. Game out to P4. Are they going to come
Oh.
out in traffic?
Oh.
Also Dylan in the pits as well. So Vaughan stays ahead of Finley, and they are going to come up just behind Poe, who pitted a bit earlier.
Nice undercut.
I
Yeah,
didn't,
I didn't see
even know,
that.
I didn't even know Poe pitted. That's why I was a bit confused when I said it was a top 7, and it was like, oh, it's actually a top 6. And then I realised that it was Poe who was the number 7 in that.
Yeah, well, Poe's got himself a nice little gap here. Obviously, his tyres won't be the best at the end, but if he can carry a consistent pace, might be a successful undercut.
Yeah, he was behind Paloma in P4, so he definitely got a crazy undercut. I didn't expect that, to be fair.
No, especially as he's had to warm up those hards, which are awful for the first lap.
Knit's going a little bit wide there as he's sticking to the back of Winnett's, doing a good job. P7 at the minute.
Bio pits.
And so does Joel. So there goes all the medium runners. Dolphin pitted lap 1, he went for another set of mediums.
I think Bio stopping a lap later might be quite smart here because he gets to use those mediums while they're warming up those hards.
Yes, Poe has managed to undercut all his rivals that he was racing. Other than Paloma, of course, but that'll probably be later on. So the undercut proving quite powerful. But not for Joel, not for Finley and Vaughan, because they are now behind Joel and Bio.
Yeah, I think you've either got to go a few laps earlier or no laps earlier, because you lose too much on that out lap to get a 1 lap undercut.
Yeah, so these three going at it. The Red Bulls versus the Mercedes. Dylan has gained a bit of time back as well. He's only 1.6 seconds to these now. And here comes Vaughan. Back at Joel, but Joel got DRS on Bio as well. Bio's DRS management pretty good so far. Is there going to be a move from the Red Bull here? Now I think it's backed off again. So they're... I was about to say the hard run's probably pitting this lap or next, and in comes Icy for his stop. So here comes some move. Nope, before that backs out of it. If Joel picks up the time penalty.
Oh dear.
So at the front end, Paloma 7.
Oh,
1 second lead. And what's
spin
happened
from
there?
Zeke as he resets to track. I caught that.
Second time in a week.
Yeah. I think
Of course, a safety
made
car.
a bit of, yeah, oh dear. He made a bit of contact with Icy there coming out the pits. Obviously not expecting Icy to be there on the racing line. I think he's just gone to the side of him, for what I could see. But this helps out those hard runners that have stayed out. They'll be absolutely loving life right now.
Yeah, I wonder if hard runners will pit again, just go to mediums the end.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's perfect timing really for Paloma, Fusion, Winnett's and Kninch and P4 in a minute. But depending on who pits behind them.
Yeah, I can expect the people with penalties to probably stay out because they could do with a gap before I'm not getting stuck in traffic. But I think Vaughan, Finley, Dylan might do.
We'll tread tight.
That's how this is.
Being in the pits. So, as you expect, then there go Poe stays out. Bio, here we go. Bio comes in. Joel comes in. Vaughan comes in. I think Finley stayed out. So did
Paloma gets the
Dylan.
lead.
There we go, Paloma. Fresh mediums out in the lead. Just perfect timing.
I think it's her race to lose now.
Also, Fusion Gamer, massive winner of that as well. Up to P4 now on fresh mediums. Teammate behind him as well, with a little bit of buffer. Winnits as well. P6 now on fresh mediums. Kinch is a big winner as well. P7
Wow.
on his return. So, Bio, Joel and Vaughan all fighting for the lead now. P9, 10 and 11.
Yeah, safety car is very much even a playing field. Pretty much everyone on the same tyres, apart from the couple at the front, which, as we know, seems to cause a lot of carnage.
Yeah. The race has been pretty good so far. Still
Yeah,
one
couple of minor
cut in the
offs,
corner
but
there.
nothing serious.
His tyres warm up.
Should be a fairly quick safety car. No one too far behind. Should be in next lap.
Yeah, so only Dylan, Finley and Poe on the hard tyres. Everyone else decided to go onto the mediums. Enjoy a nice view of the Jeddah circuit there. Penalties wise, Poe obviously picked up penalties. He's on the hard tyres, not looking good for him. By Joel, not too many penalties either. I thought there'd be a little bit more, but done well so far.
I think it's worth having a little look at the big winners and losers so far. Homer and Poe both up 4. Fusion up 16 places, so big success for him so far. And he's got every chance for a P2 as well. And you've got Cunningh obviously massively benefiting from that safety car. Bio down 8, also because of the safety car deciding to box for the fresh mediums along with Joel and Vaughan. Dolphin, poor start with damage, explains why he's down there, but apart from that, relatively stable. I think Stingers has just gone past Zeke.
Yeah, something silly just happened there. I think Zeke, well, he's got no wings, so
Oh dear.
I didn't see it. I just go on the board with Zeke and he's got no wing.
Causes the safety car and then gets damage under it as well. And resets the track.
Yeah, so even if he does as well, he's going to got a 10-second penalty, so... Mr. Worldwide also, I don't know if he got damage on the previous lap or the game didn't fix his wing, but he's back in, get a wing change and also back on old medium tyres, which might not go to the end from here. We're already 5 laps old.
Yeah, that is. I think they should just do just about. I think you'll be really struggling for grip at the end, but they should just hold on.
So one more lap then, because Mr. Worldwide had the pit again. I'm sure Zeke will be in for a wing change as well. There is the wing change. It magically fixes as they take it off.
Zeke on the softs as well.
It's not a bad, well, not a bad shout on Mr. Worldwide again. Put them other mediums back on.
Yeah, I believe it was Evo in Tier 1 that tried to take the softs 9 laps, and he said they were definitely not going to the end, but I think 8, 7 when the safety car comes in, I think they've got a good chance, but what's going to be harder is trying to get through that field. Oh no.
Oh no! What has Bayer done here?
Well,
One of the contenders for the lead early on puts it in the wall underneath the safety car.
our pole sitter as well.
Yeah, Aston Martin's race is unfolded there with Zeke as well. Not sure why Mr. Boldwire is going very slow.
Might want to speed up because it won't let them catch from a certain point.
Yeah. We will be in this lap, regardless.
There we go. I think Pullman's job here is good restart, try and get that second gap as quickly as possible because that DRS is far too powerful. Once the car behind's in it, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and Poe's going to be burning that ERS like mad behind on them old hard tyres. So Poe might use that as a potentially a gap as she's already gone, and we're back underway. Lap 18 when they cross the line. Head down, turn one's already an overtake. Icy and Joel going side by side. As I go 2 by 2 here. When it's
Oh, big duck.
Kunich. That was a bit of a dive, but they avoid damage, I think. There's still 2 by 2. When it's round the outside of Kunich, Kunich backs off, and then Joel. Oh, Kunich into the wall.
Joel just taps the rear of Kunich there, and just enough to. Yeah. Oh, was that Finley round? Oh dear.
Couple of guys race unfold and tow now into the points of the P10 Dolphin up to P9. You see Vaughan dive down the inside there of Icy now up to P7. So Icy tries to hang on there, but Vaughan sneaks through. And the suspected Poe burning that ERS 40% battery fuel gamer. P3 looking good. Dylan P4, he's got 2 second gap to win it. After that little battle behind with Kunich, Joel and Icy, I think it was.
Dolphins just got past Icy as well, so maybe a bit of team tactics, maybe a bit of a rivalry going on there.
When it's maybe just didn't warm up his tyres enough. And, not too sure what happened at the end of sector 1 there. It is unchanged at the front 4 since the restart, as when it's now starting to close that gap back up to Dylan. So I did wonder if Icy had damage, but he's continuing, so I'm guessing not. Maybe just had a couple of mistakes. Toe still in the points, being chased down by Stingers and Finley. Mr. Worldwide P13, and looks like Wise Dog also got caught up in an incident.
Yeah, lots of chaos on that first lap there, which is always going to happen around here under a restart.
So front 3 getting away as you'd expect. Poe might be able to get the gap here for the podium, potentially.
Yeah, just think that'd be worth Pullo maybe keeping Poe in that DRS to cancel out Fusion's effects, because he's probably the main threat at the minute.
Yeah.
Although Poe's just dropped out. Oh no, he's burnt everything, he's back.
So this battle continues with Joel. We can dive down the inside of Vaughan. No DRS just yet, so Vaughan won't be able to come back at him now, as it is enabled now this lap.
Stingers gets past Toe, fighting down the main straight.
Oh, that was Winnett, sorry, not Vaughan.
Stingers gets it done.
Now into the points, but still got to get that gap. Let's see the Red Bulls switch position here for North Sea, second in the championship. And it looks like that is going to happen here. No, when it stays ahead.
No switching just yet.
As they are now catching Dylan. Joel making light work of Dylan. He's already passed him to see it happen. So he tries to get that 3-second penalty gap. Front three have just gone it. Poe doing a good job hanging on, but here we go, 5% near us. It's going to start going backwards now.
Yeah, doesn't pick up the DRS there either, so I should see Fusion sailing past.
Yeah,
There he
Poe,
goes.
I think Poe even lifted off there, just didn't even want to fight it. Currently is outside, well, he's currently on the podium. Dylan down the inside of Winnets. We go 2 by 2 again, the two Williams in the background there making progress. Winnets now at P6, takes that back from Dylan. Fallen very
Yeah,
close
one to
to
watch as
making
well.
contact.
I see he's still got 90% battery, so last couple of laps he might be flying past people down the straights.
Yeah, interesting to see. Much better race from Dolphin this week than it was on his debut at Canada.
He did say he liked this track, so it's definitely going better for him so far. Don't want to jinx it.
Well, he said he might be too fast for Tier 2 in this track, but got
Yeah.
P8.
Yeah, it doesn't look too fast to me, but
Yeah, but he has done well. He was I think he was top 5 in qualifying, so
yeah, second, I believe.
yeah, second. Yeah.
Or yeah.
Seems to be about to watch Poe now going backwards with no zero battery, no DRS to help him along. So the two title contenders then are going to go head to head for the final 3 laps. Paloma maybe left himself a bit vulnerable, 16% DRS.
Oh, Dolphin spun and flanked out
damn.
icy. Oh no.
Safety car,
Oh god.
in comes Finley.
What a nightmare. I saw all of that. Yeah, I think Dolphin went for a move on Vaughan, I want to say, and then he got it all a bit of a dodgy line and got it all crossed up on the exit, and Icy, the innocent bystander, gets taken with him. Dan will not be happy.
Just take a look at your teammate as well.
Yeah, for a person that's too fast for this track, certainly put his foot down too fast, that's all I can say.
So interesting now. Obviously Poe quite lucky there because he was on for the podium potentially.
Yep, now he's got to do another restart on very old hards, which will be awful.
And that's a decision to make for the leaders. They're going to go under the sauce, but I think it's got to be stay out. There's going to be no
Yeah.
DRS for the rest of the race.
I think this has helped Paloma actually. She was running very low on ERS and Fusion was not far behind, so gives her a chance to get a good restart, maybe slightly better than the last one, and try and build a gap. And obviously there'll be 1 lap of DRS, maybe not even that, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Poe is going to stay out on the hards, which is just a all or nothing thing really. And everyone's staying out.
Yeah, bottom 5 on softs, but yeah, they've got a lot less to lose than anyone else. Safety car will be in this lap, no matter what though, so they better get the foot down.
Yeah, Dolphin saying do people understand when the car is on the inside, but you see sort of.
Well, it was quite a poor camera angle, I will say that, but he may have got squeezed, but I think he definitely lost it on his own after the corner. I'm not saying there wasn't contact, but I don't think you can blame that for the spin itself. And we know he likes to complain anyway, so.
Yeah, they should be able to catch the pack up. Straggles at the end there. The safe car's pretty much destroyed Poe, potentially Joel's race, but never know when it's Dylan, Vaughan could all get a penalty.
Yeah, in this lap, has to be.
To probably just about catch up, depends on the game lets them.
Yeah, I think the McLaren might get there. I think the others might be a couple of seconds back unless Paloma really holds them up.
So a couple of laps to go and for the rest of this race. Student Gamer trying to get a little advantage. Poe as well. No taken before line. Paloma now goes. Everyone else caught back up. And we are back underway.
Joel and Paul already.
That was very tight for the line if there was any overtaken there. So side by side, Joel broke some a little bit later than Poe. And he's up to P3, but Poe also on these hard tyres of 15 lap olds is going to be struggling. Now partnered up with Dylan. These two are going to be a massive traffic jam as Winnets goes wide. Loses a few places here, looking good for a podium spot. Now Vaughan in the prime position for that final podium place. So Finley up to P10, battling Vicey.
Oh,
Vicey up to
crash.
Oh, what's happened there? Big crash.
I'm
Huge
not
crash at
sure
the back.
what happened there. I just saw an Alpha Tauri a little bit sideways and then a lot of death.
3 cars involved in that one. Nicely up the P8 now, Finley. Wiselock into the points. As we head down to the final corner to start the final lap. Paloma still in the lead, Fusion Gamer. It's all on ERS. A straight line speed for the final lap. Who is going to take victory here between Paloma and Fusion? Or is some drama going to come late on? Here we go then. Final lap, set to 1. Dylan holding on to P5 on them hard tyres. The soft runners haven't really made it progress. As Joel picks up another penalty, that's going to hurt him a lot. He's going to drop that out of the points, I think.
Is this Dylan on for his second podium in a row?
It could well be. He's got Vaughan all over the back of him though. Joel trying to damage limitation, he's pushing hard. As Paloma's got 15% for the final straight. Fusion Gamer slightly more. Here we go. We could see a last corner battle here. There goes the light flash with Paloma. Fusion Gamer got the speed, he's tapped the wall a little bit, he's trying to find a gap. Here we go, side by side into the final corner. This is for the race win. and potentially the championship lead. Paloma stays ahead. There's a drag race to the line. Fusion Gamer's got the speed. Is it going to be? It's going to be Paloma by less than half a tenth. Poe will finish P6 in the end after penalties. Dylan does get that double podium in a row and double Alpine podium by 1/1000th of a second.
Oh my god.
And Icy on his debut for his new wheel picks up P5.
Yeah. After getting damage on, what was it, lap 22 or something?
Yeah.
Excellent recovery.
Fusion Gamer driver of the day from his qualifying band. It's hard to disagree with that, really. Also, he got a bit lucky with the safety car, but even with that, he was looking pretty decent for a top 5 finish. So I believe that could be. Oh no, Palomas. Yes, Fusion Gamer will stay in the championship lead then. So there we go, we're going to run down the final standings for round 9 in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. Paloma, P1, 5th to 1st, great race, excellent battle at the end with Fusion, who comes in at 2nd, going from 20th to 2nd, which is very impressive. Dylan, I believe it's his 2nd podium in a row, I'm not entirely sure, but either way, a great drive. Vaughan 4th, Icy 5th, great recovery at the end. Poe 6th, Joe 7th, both with penalties. Finley 8th, Stingers gets 9th, and Wise Dog rounds out the points. And you've got Cunnington 11th, Winnets 12th, Toe 13th, and then Mr. Worldwide 14th, 2 laps down, and then many DNFs. Dolphin, Zeke, Bio, Dread Titan, All Over Your Face, and Hamilton, who DNF'd immediately.
Yeah, his race. He said he didn't even get into his second gear, so.
It explains why he spun then.
Yeah. So there we go then. Exciting race to finish off. Because we are now on a week break. We'll be back on the 2nd of May for round 10, which will be Suzuka Tier 1. Yep, championship still wide open in both tiers. Should be a good final few rounds. We'll end it there unless you've got anything else to say.
No, just great race, great battles throughout the grid, and can't complain at a last lap photo finish either.
The standards are much better in Tier 2 tonight compared to the final last few weeks, but obviously what happened with that free car pile up near the end. But sure
we'll blame that one on Jeddah.
Yeah. Alright then, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for Suzuka. Good night.
Bye.
How long did it stay? Gone for this big dive. Hamilton dives out of the way.
But no, Isaac's going to do it. He comes across the line to take P1 on his debut. What an amazing race. It's the battle of the late breakers, and a late risk gets it.
Oh, lovely move from Scotty.
All one look, here we go, then around the outside. Oh, what a move by Eno. That is not a place you overtake.
Everybody War's not going to give us up without a good fight.
Oh dear me. Oh, and look at that. Pegoniak and Charlie going at it. Rampuon. In the last corner, who's going to get the better traction? Race on the better line. It's going to be a drag race to the finishing line.